Hey, welcome back. All right, today I'm finally getting around to recording my January manis. Today is March 3rd, and I haven't even recorded my January or February manis. But I feel like I had a lot of really nice manis. Fun combos, some twins, some triplets, some copycats. I feel like I say this all the time, but it's just getting harder and harder every year for me to pick favorites because I feel like every month my manis and combos are just getting better, and it's because I'm being inspired by friends. A lot of my triplets and combos or twins that I come up with are actually my friends are coming up with these combos, and I'm just along for the ride. So I can't really take credit for a lot of these because, like I said, my friends have really good taste. Actually, the first one I started off 2023 with a bang, and I did a twin with Lisa. So we wore Colors to Carol Cup of Joe. Now when this came out last year, we both said, oh, I have to get this polish. And I knew that this would be a perfect winter polish because, you know, I love soft white gray crayons, and especially if they have like beautiful flakies or some kind of like sparkle or shimmer in them, I love them. So we both wore this, absolutely gorgeous. And then we topped it with a gold reflective, and I wore Gold by Never Naked. So pretty, just beautiful. Absolutely loved this combo. Really fun. Okay, then this combo is just so good. So this was from my January duping my polish pickup wish list. This was the one polish that I said I had to have this polish if I can't dupe it, and then I came up with what I feel like was a spot on dupe. And so I used Zoya's Lake as the base. Really beautiful, kind of like dusty, serene blue. And then I topped it with Rogue Lacquer's Batsy. This is my thinned out version. And then again, I topped it with KB Shimmer's Soul Amazing. So this combination was just gorgeous, and I absolutely loved it. Okay, then I did a twin with Barb. We decided to wear a fall mani in winter. We were being rebels. So Barb gifted me with this polish Zoya's Jackie. It's just a really beautiful kind of like russet orange with maybe just a little splash of red. So pretty. And then we were undecided on, we knew we wanted to do a gold topper, and we were undecided on either Zoya's Maria Luisa or China Glaze Golden Enchantment. And y'all know that I'm extra when it comes to toppers, so I wore them both, and I really liked it. I think Barb did just Maria Luisa, and I really liked this. Really fun, beautiful, rich fall mani in winter. Okay, then I did a twin with Amy Sue. So Amy Sue was telling me that I guess she had done like a Polish for Days mystery box, and a couple of the polishes that she got, she already owned, and she thought that I would appreciate them. She asked if she could send them to me. One of them was Polish for Days Edge of the Galaxy. So we decided to do a twin with this. This is so pretty. It's a really beautiful kind of like inky blue base, and then it's got that gorgeous purple shift, and then it's got little kind of like silver hollow. Trying to see if it's hollow, if they're flakies. I think it's just silver hollows. It doesn't look like they're flakies. The silver hollow, and this was so shifty and moody and just really beautiful and perfect for January. So pretty. Like, look at that. Really beautiful. And thank you to Amy Sue for sending it to me and for twinning with me. Okay, then I did a triplet with Barb and Krista. So we decided to wear two polishes in one mani, Orly's November Fog, and then OPI's Less is Norse. So we're gonna wear them. We had like all these plans on different triplets, and this was a triplet, this was gonna be a triplet. And then somehow we came up with the idea of, wouldn't it be fun to kind of incorporate these two together because they go really nicely together. So originally I was gonna use November Fog as my base, and then Less is Norse I was going to stamp with it, and I was going to do kind of like rain stamping. But then when I stamped with this, like when I practiced with, or I don't know if I ever even got as far as practicing, but when I did my first swipe of this, I realized that it was very sheer. Or maybe I did try to stamp with it. I think I practiced and then I realized that this was very sheer and it wasn't really gonna work as a stamping polish. So then I decided to do a Dotacure. What was really fun is that we each did a different mani. We each incorporated it in different ways. So that was really fun. So I did this on 3 of my nails as the base. What did I do? These 3. And what did I do? I think I did, excuse me, I did these 3. That was really awkward. I did those 3 as the base, and then I used less is north as the dots. And then on these 2 fingers, I did the opposite. I used this as a base and this is a dots. This was so cute, you guys. Dotacures are so easy and maybe they seem childish, but they're just so cute. And this was so fun. And now I want to do Dotacures with like everything. It was just really fun. Okay, then I did a Fugly Pugly Friday. So ever since I started making my own polishes, I've been making polishes for, I think like, it's been 2 years now, but I was practicing since the year before trying to make ingredients. So I've been trying to make a Pugly for over 2 years, for like 2.5 years. And if you guys know me, you know that I love Puglies. They're just, I love them. But I never had the right ingredients or I just never had the right mix of ingredients, supplies to make a good Pugly until recently. You guys, I am so happy with this polish. This is so gorgeous. It's a beautiful murky mustard base, and then it's got red chameleon flakes, and then that intense red shimmer. This is a very sheer polish. It's a jelly polish. I needed 3 coats, and I just loved it. And then so I think it's been at least a year. Someone in one of my comments of one of my videos said, I think I mentioned how I've been trying to make a Pugly, and someone said, if you ever make a Pugly, you should so in one of my videos, I always talk about when I say my Pugly, when I'm talking about my Puglies, I say my Pugly heart, like it made my Pugly heart happy. Like my heart is Pugly because I love Puglies. And so someone said you should name a polish my Pugly heart. So that's what I named it. And I had saved that knowing that when I finally made my first Pugly, I would call it my Pugly heart. And this just makes my Pugly heart happy and I loved it. Okay, then I did a failed attempt at a copycat combo with Lisa. So she had a picture, a mani that she did that I had saved and I knew I wanted to recreate it. It was a really gorgeous reddish brown, which I'm starting to get into browns. If you watched my recent browns video, I talked about how I'm starting to get into browns. And I knew I wanted to recreate it. She used purple undies, which I wouldn't have thought to use purple undies for a brown polish, which again, like I'm saying, I'm so inspired by my friends. My friends are so creative. So in my attempt, I used OPI's Susie and the Arctic Fox, which I think is a pretty spot on dupe for the base that she used. And then my topper was not as spot on. So I used Danny Viana by Whatcha. So I guess it was some kind of collab by them. And I used Centaur. This beautiful, beautiful brown, chocolatey brown base, chock full of these gorgeous kind of like greeny gold flakies. However, like I said, chocolatey brown, not reddish brown. So this together was amazing. I loved it. However, it wasn't a copycat because hers was a lot more red. Now looking back, I 100% should have used, instead of the Danny by Viana, I should have used Leaf Peeping with Sasquatch, which is one of my favorite browns of life. And it's because it's more reddy, it's like a reddy brown. So I still think in the future, I want to attempt my copycat for her because I still want to try to get that gorgeous reddish brown combo that she did. But this was beautiful, loved it. All right, then this next mani, it's so bad, you guys. So I've said before, these kind of like white sheer polishes that have any kind of yellowy green shimmer to them, they're beautiful in the bottle, they're beautiful on swatch pictures, but on my nails, they just look yellow, just ugly yellow, sometimes like a golden yellow, and they're just, It just looks like I have stained, dirty nails and I'm wearing a sheer polish, and it's just bad. So I hated this polish. Horrible. Then I saw Stacy, Kazoo Girl on Instagram. She wore this and she tagged me, and I think Amy Sue might have tagged me as well to show me how I should wear it, which is with the topper Fancy Gloss Fire Opal. I don't know if this is the exact one that Stacy used, but I know she used a Fancy Gloss topper. So I decided to wear this. I swatched it on the nail wheel, and wow, it was gorgeous. And then I put it on my nails, and wow, it was ugly. It was so bad. My nails just looked golden yellow. It was just, you don't see this gorgeous shift. It was just so bad. So I hated it. I will not be wearing this again. Then I had in my comments, Amy Sue said maybe I should try this over like a green base. So just now, as I was, putting my polishes, lining them up for this, I happened to have Essie's Come On Clover from a recent mani that I did sitting on my desk. And so I decided, just for fun, let me swatch it over the green. And this is actually really pretty. So I will probably in the distant future try this. And then just for funsies, I have today's mani, which by the way is Different Dimensions extraterrestrial, and it's topped with China Glaze Golden Enchantment. So just for funsies, I said, okay, let me swatch and see what that looks like. And this is a bit of a fail because the topper, or it's not really a topper, but this polish is a bit too opaque and kind of frosty, and it just covers up those beautiful flakies, and it kind of just ends up looking a little frosty. So I will play around with it. It's going to be a long time before I ever reach for this again, and to be honest, I might end up just decluttering it without even wearing it again, but we'll see. All right, then I did a twin with Lisa. We wore Bluebird Lacquer, Celebrate Good Times. Come on. Got this from their Halloween Advent. So pretty. That beautiful kind of like dusty purple base, and then those pink glitters and little tiny black flaky shreds. So pretty and perfect for January. Love this one. Okay, then I was just playing around with the polish that I made. I wanted to test it out. This is, I think I called it Moody Blues. Just kind of like an inky blue, like a moody blue. I think Krista and Barb helped me name this one. I think maybe Krista came up with Moody Blues. So just kind of like a pretty blue hollow with some shimmer in there. All right, then I did a special twin with Barb. So I've said it before, if you guys watch me know that whenever I get together with my friends, I always like to make a custom polish just for us for the occasion. So back in December when we got together, I made this polish for us, and it's Crayon Weebie Friends. And we got around to wearing it in January. It's a really pretty cranberry hollow. All right, then the next one I wore is another soft gray. I wore Rogue Lacquer's Buttercream, and I got this one in their Holiday Advent from last year, 2022. Really beautiful, soft buttercream gray, and it's got these gorgeous little kind of like tiny hollow flakies. Really pretty. I love these types of colors in January in particular. All right, then the next one I did was a twin with Louise, Loopy Frog from Instagram and YouTube. So we decided to do a twin, and at first I thought it would be hard for us to come up with a combo or twin that we could wear together that we both have, because I know, she's in, over, we were just talking about this. I always feel like I thought she was in England, but she's actually in Ireland. Oh, I feel terrible. I forget, because we were talking about it, and she was laughing when I said I thought she was in England, and she said, no, like, no, I'm not in England. I think she's from England, but she doesn't like it there, and her partner live in, I think she said Ireland. She was telling me all about it. Anyways, so I know they have different, it's hard for them to get certain indies and things like that over there. They have different brands over there. But we did surprisingly have a few in common, and we decided to go with Zoya's Dove, which is a beautiful soft gray. Love, love. One of my favorite grays. It's just really, really beautiful. And then we topped it. I think this was the only topper that we have in common. And it's beautiful. It worked out perfectly. And this is Colors to Carol Confetti. And this together was just so pretty. Really love this together. The soft gray and then the bright rainbow flakies. Or the, not bright, but just the fun, kind of like moody rainbow flakies. Really, really pretty. All right, then I did another triplet with Barb and Krista. We wore Sinful Colors Prosecco. I haven't worn this one in a while. Now Krista's is named something else. It's called Prosecco something, like Prosecco Pop or something like that. But we decided that it's the same polish, it just has a different name. It's a really pretty soft taupe with gold shimmer. All right, then I did a twin with Lisa, and this combo blew me away. This is just amazing, and this is definitely going to be one of my favorites of the year. So we each decided to wear a dark blue navy base. I went with Color Club's Made in the USA. Gorgeous, by the way. This is beautiful. And then we wore Fancy Gloss Crystal Opal. So pretty. Or actually, I believe she doesn't have Crystal Opal. She has one by Fancy Gloss that's very, very similar. Like they're practically the same, just slightly different shifts, but the overall feeling is the same. This was amazing, you guys. Absolutely beautiful. Love, love, loved this Manny. So pretty. All right, then we did another twin. We did, Lisa and I, we decided to wear Glam polish. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Now my swatch pictures show this as opaque. And then when I swatched on my nail wheel, it was surprisingly very topper-esque. Like it was very sheer. It could definitely be worn as a topper. So then we, played around with using different bases. We ended up doing different bases. I decided to do Bee's Knees Lacquer, Make No Bargains or Ties with the Silver Eyes. And this was really pretty. I really liked this kind of like soft, neutral, beigey gray. It's got that really pretty shimmer. Look at that. So pretty. And then this fun little kind of like silvery rainbow flaky topper. Really liked this. I don't think this is meant, I honestly don't know if this is meant to be a topper, because this was definitely sheer. I'm not sure how I got it so opaque without looking, because like you can tell when you make a topper opaque, when you just do enough coats that it's opaque, you can kind of tell that, oh yeah, that's a topper, and you've just done a bunch of coats. My swatch picture honestly doesn't look like that, so I was very surprised when I re-swatched this on the nail wheel to find out that it was very sheer. Anyways, the last Manny that I wore of the month was another one of my duping my PPU wish list. And this one is Stella Chromas Dragon Fruit. So, so gorgeous. I got this one in For the Love of Polish, July 2022. So, so, so gorgeous. Now this polish alone is almost an exact dupe for the polish that I wanted for my PPU wish. The only thing that was missing was some hollow flakies. So I added Iced by Fair Maiden. And this was so good, you guys. It was so, so gorgeous. Just absolutely loved this. All right, now the very last polish that I wore was on my toes. So I wore Dreamland Lacquer's I Love One Direction Okay. And this was from my whole collection Project Polish. I got around to wearing this on my toes. Really, really pretty. I think I wore this one for quite a while. All right, you guys, that was everything that I wore in January. Leave any questions, comments down below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.